Alright, here is RCAT Red Cat Holdings. This finishes at $7.10 today. That is up 41.15%. So that would complete this big ass cup and handle right here. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. Okay, here is Wish, ContextLogic. That finishes at $9.27 today. That is down 8.13%. It was worse. It was down like 10% at one point. So, I guess it could have been worse. But this is still really disgusting. So, right now it's sitting on this support of about 920. We'll do the downside first. That's easy. So, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 850. And then the low of 750. Alright, so if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be $10. $11.20, $12, $12.90, $13.50, $14.20, $15.40, $16.50, $17.50, $18.50, $20, $21, $22.30, $23, $23.90, $24.80, $25.70, $26.50, $28.10, $30.10, and the high of $32.85. I don't think this is really going to go down that much more because the low was $7.50. So we're kind of near that right now. But if it does go back to $7.50 and it breaks below that, that's going to be really, really bad because then we'll be on to uncharted territory to the downside. So it's always good when we're on to uncharted territory to the upside. Really, really bad when we're on to uncharted territory to the downside. Then nobody knows how low this is going. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But it looks like there's some pretty strong support at 750. I highly doubt it's going to go below 750, the low. Although that's still going to suck. The channels right here to the upside and the downside. Not many channels to the downside, but the channels both ways are pretty narrow. So it's going to take a lot of buying pressure for this to move up and a lot of selling pressure for this to go down. I really don't expect too much price action on this stock unless we get, another meme mania, another gamma squeeze, but that's not likely going to happen for a little bit, probably a couple months. So in the short term, I would not expect too much price action on this stock. This seems like a hold at the moment if you're long. RSI is at 36, so getting pretty low. That is below average, not quite oversold and undervalued, but quickly approaching that. It did 55 million in volume today, which is pretty average. So I don't see why there was so much price action on this today. That's kind of unjustified. Down 8% on relatively low volume doesn't make too much sense. Yeah, if you want to go long, this seems like a pretty good price here. 930. Like I said, I don't think this is really going to go too much lower. You could buy here at 930, not financial advice. And then if it goes down again, you can average down at 850. And then if it goes down again, you can average at 750. So you could either buy in here, that seems like a decent price, or you can wait and maybe you can get a lower price, a really good price at 850 or 750 if you want to go long. I would support that. Now, if you want to go short, I don't really see a reason to do that. The price is already so low, it's gotten beaten down so much already. Like I said, I don't think it's going below 750. This might even be the bottom here at 930. A decent amount of bullish indicators here, not too many bearish indicators. This is near the low already. I just don't see a reason why you would short, so I don't recommend doing that. But yeah, guys, really tough day today. Really tough couple of weeks for this stock and meme stocks. So just hang in there. If you really like the stock that much, diamond hands, hodl.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
And you could average down. You could sell puts. You can sell covered calls. You can just straight up buy shares and average down that way. Really unfortunate, but now is the time to start accumulating, buying in and averaging down. So, sorry to everyone who lost money on this one today, and good luck to everyone currently in this stock and everyone who's looking to take a position. This is Wish ContextLogic. Alright, here is RCAT Red Cat Holdings. This finishes at $7.10 today. That is up 41.15%. So that would complete this big ass cup and handle right here. All the way back from January. This would be a big cup and handle. I do expect this to pull back, just off the top of my head. Rough estimate, it's probably going to consolidate around $5 if this is in fact a cup and handle. Expect this to consolidate to around $5. So right now, this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 750 and 670. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 750 and then the high of 775. And if you want to go back 3 years, next level of resistance would be 820, 840, 890, and then the all-time high of 960. And then if it breaks that, then it's all the way on to uncharted territory. Yeah, if this breaks 840, then it looks like it's going to moon. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 670, 625, $6, 570, 550, 540, $5, 480, 450, 430, $4, 390, 360, 350, 330, 310, 290, 270, and 245. And there's a few more below that, but we're not going to discuss that right now. There seems to be pretty strong support at 240-ish. RSI is at 82. That is pretty overbought and overvalued, so just be careful, guys. And it did 27 million in volume today. Pretty significant volume. That would be the second highest volume day within the year. The first one was 3 days ago, 3 trading sessions ago. So yeah, this pump was confirmed by the volume today. The channels to the upside are pretty decently sized. So if this keeps going to the upside, you should expect pretty decent price action. And if it goes to the downside, if this goes back to $5, it seems like there's a lot of support past that. So the channels to the downside are pretty decently sized as well, but after $5, there does seem to be a lot more support. If it goes to the downside, expect a lot of price action until $5, I would say. So again, this seems to be a cup and handle. Not saying it is, but it could be. So if it is in fact a cup and handle, I expect this to pull back to $5. Getting a lot of bearish signals here. High RSI. It seems like the volume is going to come down. This could be a good time to sell and take profits. I would probably recommend that. At least take some profits, you know. If you think it's going to run, take some profits. Don't get too greedy. So if you want to go long, I probably wouldn't recommend that. This doesn't seem to be a meme stock or anything. I don't really think it's going to short squeeze. You know, there aren't too many apes behind this one. Although, if it does go to the upside, this could make a lot of attendees. You know, like I said, the channels are pretty wide and there will be a lot of price action if this does continue to go to the upside. I just don't think it's very likely. So personally, I would not recommend going long. Not saying you shouldn't do it, but it is a gamble at this point if you want to go long. I think that'd be kind of FOMO, actually. And if you want to go short, seems like a pretty good play, actually. Again, we got the cup and handle forming. That's a bearish indicator. That's telling us that this is probably going to pull back to 5. High RSI. That's saying it's way overvalued. Volume seems to be coming down. So a lot of bearish indicators here and not too many bullish indicators. So this is way more likely to go to the downside than it is to go to the upside. The only risk is that this is going to get short squeezed. And again, I don't think there's too much potential for that because I don't see too many apes in this stock. The chances of that, I don't think it's going to happen. So this seems like a pretty good short play right here. Not financial advice, but all the indicators are there. Bearish signals. So if you want to go short, I would support that. And if you want to go long, I don't recommend that. Do it at your own risk. I mean, it low-key was squeezing for the past couple of trading sessions, way back at 3. So yeah, congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today and the past few trading sessions. You know, consider taking profits here. That'd be a good idea. And good luck to everyone who's currently in the stock and who's looking to take a position. This is RCAT Red Cat Holdings. Here is GXGX, GX Acquisition Corp. This finishes at $10.20 today. That is up 27.18%. Insane graph here. A couple days ago, this was at $10, came all the way down to $7.70, and today just shot up right back up to $12.60 was the high. So yeah, this was at an all-time low, and then just shot up in one day and hit the all-time high. I believe there was news on this, though, as to why. Cellularity closes merger with GX Acquisition Corp. So I guess this was a SPAC. That's probably a big reason why it shot up today. Don't know how much it had to do with it. Probably a lot. Big news today. They had a merger. So it went from the all-time low right to the all-time high in one day. So right now it's sitting at the support of 1020, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 1030, 1060, 1080, $11, 1125, 1135, 1150, 1180, $12, and then the all-time high, which it hit today, at 1260, 1258. And if it goes to the downside, next level of support would be 1010, $10, 975, 920, 820, $8, and then the low of 773. To the downside, there are very wide channels. So if this does go to the downside, expect a free fall. There's going to be a lot of price action to the downside. Very wide channels here. So hopefully it doesn't go down that way. If it does, if you're in this, I would just say cut, because it can get really, really bad. To the upside, there are pretty decently sized channels. So there's going to be a good amount of price action, but not nearly as much as if this went to the downside. If this breaks 1150, then there's going to be a lot of price action. Then the channels start to open up to get pretty wide. This can easily go back to the high of 1260. And if it breaks that, then it's on to uncharted territory. So either way, upside or downside, there's going to be a lot of price action. It's just that if it goes to the downside, there's going to be a lot more price action. Okay, RSI is at 53 right now, so that is pretty average. According to the RSI, this is pretty fair market value at around 1020. It did 17 million in volume today, which is by far the biggest volume day ever. So significant volume. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. So right now, going long and short, they both seem like pretty decent plays, honestly. Just understand that this is kind of a gamble. Either way you go right now, there's going to be a lot of price action either way. RSI says that this is pretty fair market value. And looking at the chart, it does seem to be pretty fair market value. It was trading between $10 for a while, then took a tank down to $7.70, and it ran to $12.60 today and came right back down to $10. So it finished right where it started. So, around $10 seems to be fair market value. I really couldn't tell you where this one is going. It can go either way. But again, the channels to the downside are much larger than the channels to the upside. So if this goes to the downside, there is going to be more price action. So therefore, going short probably would be a better play than going long. Not saying it will go down, but if it does go that way, you're going to make more money going short. And again, going long is a pretty decent play too. It's just that there is more resistance here than there is support to the downside. But again, if this breaks 1150, then the channels open up and get really wide, and then it can moon from there. I think the safest play is just not to touch this one at all. Just stay away from it. This is a gamble at this point. If you do decide to take a position, be aware of the risks. Be prepared to lose your money, because this is either going to go really, really good or really, really bad. No in between. I think if this starts to go to the downside and it has some negative momentum, then that would be a good time to go short, because then it's probably going to free fall if this catches some negative momentum. But yeah, really couldn't tell you where this one is going. So I guess I could support going long and short as long as you're willing to gamble, as long as you're willing to accept the risks. If you don't want to lose any money, then just stay away from this one. Probably the better play, to stay safe and conservative. Just stay away. But yeah, congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today. And good luck to everyone who's currently in the stock, and to everyone who's looking to take a position. This is GXGX, GX Acquisition Corp. Here is VERB, Verb Technology Company. This one has been trending the past couple of days. Everyone on stock twits was screaming, "It's gonna squeeze, it's gonna squeeze." And while it still might, today it did not. Actually had a pretty nasty day today. This finishes at $2.92. That is down 8.75%. Full disclosure, I was short on this at 315. I cashed out already. I really thought this was going to pull back more than it did. So this held up pretty well, quite honestly. So it seems like the apes are strong with this one. So right now it's trading between this sideways channel, this rectangle of 305 and 290. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 305, 320, and then the high of 397, $4. So not much resistance to the upside. Not saying it will go to the upside, but if it does, not much resistance holding this back. This can easily go back to 320, and once it goes past 320, this can go right back up to the all-time high, $4, and then it can easily blow past that onto uncharted territory. So if this goes to the downside, next level of support is 290, 260, 240, and then 230. And then if it goes past 230, there's a lot of support beyond that. Pretty decently sized channels to the downside until 230. So this could have a lot of price action as well to the downside. And then once it hits 230, I don't expect too much price action beyond that. There is a lot of support after that. Not going to name them right now. If it goes back there, then we can discuss that when the time comes. So the RSI is currently at 75. So it's still in overvalued, overbought territory. Yesterday it was at 85. So pulled back on the RSI, but still in overbought, overvalued territory. Yeah, like I said, this held up pretty well. It did 47 million in volume today, which is a decent amount of volume, but way less than it has been doing past couple of trading sessions. So if you want to go long, I'm not going to say don't do it. However, just do it at your own risk. I personally wouldn't do it. There are a lot of bearish indicators here. You know, high RSI, volume is coming down. It could pay off if you go long. I just don't think it's too likely. I think it's more likely that this is going to go to the downside than the upside. However, if it does go to the upside, like I said, very wide channels. This can easily go back to $4, the all-time high, and then easily blow past that. If you want to go long, it's a very risky play, and it could pay off. So, you know, just do it at your own risk. It's a gamble at this point if you want to go long. Now, if you want to go short, seems like a pretty decent play. All the indicators are there. So, logically, based on all the technicals, this does appear like it's going to keep pulling back. This could pull back all the way to 240, 230. So, it does seem like a decent play. However, just be aware, again, this stock is trending on social media, on stock twits. The apes love this stock. Do that at your own risk as well. Again, I think it's more likely it's coming down than going up. But either way, very risky stuff here. There's going to be a lot of price action. So at this point, this is more like a gamble than an investment. Kind of hard to tell where this is going. But if I had to take a guess, I'd say to the downside. We'll have to see where this goes. Going to be very entertaining. I think the best play, if you're not currently in this stock, the smartest, safest play is just to avoid it altogether. This is very scary stuff here, very risky. You know, if you want to gamble, if you have high risk tolerance, then sure, go for it. If you want to be conservative and safe, just stay away. So yeah, sorry to everyone who lost money on this one today, and good luck to everyone who's looking to take a position and currently in this stock. All right, let's do Dogecoin. Here at like 18, some pretty strong support right here. Retested this a couple of times, but if it breaks this, it's all the way down. The next support would be like 12. So that's a third less. Damn. Long way down. So yeah, if this breaks this current support at 18, next level of support is 12. Then it would be 9, and then 7, and then 6, and 5. To the upside, pretty wide channel here too. Next one would be 22, 25, 27, 29, 30, 33, 36, 39, 41, 45, 49, 51, 54, 56, 58, 64. So from 58 to 64, that's pretty wide channel. 65, and then 70. Yeah, if this comes back down to 12, that looks like a pretty good buy right there. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Peace out.